'cause this is Kevin Bacon Night. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Chaos Cup Week #1. We're in the final game of Division C this week. And you know who's up tonight? Tonight, it's the return of the Dinnerbell Darlings versus Imitation Skaven and Nathan Doug, the Minotaur versus Venger Dwarves versus Humans. Let's take a look at these standings before we take a look at the two teams. Nurgles Rot, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. Here in Division C, the final game of week 1 here in Division C. On first place? In first place, currently Clypheus is Odin, it's Snuffle, a Norse team. They won this week with Con Kills Entanglements, an Imperial Nobility team in second place. In third place would be Moob's NC Snakes with their draw against War Horseman's Nerdstrom's Nose Count, a Norse team. They're tied for third place. The Dinnerbell Darlings are facing off against Imitation Skaven and Nathan tonight. We're going to take a look at the home team first. It is the Dinnerbell Darlings making their return to the league, coming in a TV of 980,000 gold, 11 players on this roster. They have 3 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They have a Troll Slayer, 2 blitzers, a bunch of linemen, and of course, the runner, Kevin Bacon himself. They're going to be up against the human team of Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan this evening. They're coming in a TV of 990,000 gold. Not a whole lot of money exchanging hands, as you would imagine here in week 1. They have 12 players on the roster, just 2 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They have the big guy in the ogre. They have a thrower. They have 4 catchers, 2 blitzers, 3 linemen, and a halfling. How these and Nathan. How are these two teams gonna play tonight? Well, first up, we'll take a look at the dwarf team. Dwarves do what dwarves do, right? They're very, very bashy. They block almost across the board here. Tackle almost across the board. Everybody's got a thick skull. The Troll Slayer has Dauntless, also has Frenzy. Very, very, very bashy. Very high AV. But they're very slow. Old Gamer Mike says, I thought the game was delayed. Well, there were supposed to be 2 games tonight, one starting at 7 Eastern. That got postponed until tomorrow. This game originally was scheduled for 8 o'clock this evening, which was 25 minutes ago, but then it got pushed by 30 minutes to accommodate the first game that got pushed to tomorrow. So, Old Gamer Mike Boot Polish, welcome to the stream. So a very slow team, very, very bashy, very, very resilient, but very, very slow. You can see the fastest player on the team is Kevin Bacon with an MA of 6, and that's just kind of normal movement, right? The Troll Slayer at 5, the 2 blitzers at 5, everybody else at 4. 3 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. That's where he wants to be. This is a very slow, plodding, bashy team. They want to stay grouped up. They want to punch you in the face. Lots of tackle to negate dodge. Lots of block to make those blocks, I wanted to say recoverable, not recoverable, consistent. And of course, Gravy Crockett to get those 4-die blocks and to surf players or pool players out of position as well. Very solid team at any TV. 3 rerolls, I think, is where he wants to be. That's plenty. That's enough to start going into this human team and start pushing them around a little bit, right? Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan is a human team. We don't see too many of these in the league. 990,000 in TV, so again, no money really trading hands in the inducement phase. Humans are jacks of all trades, masters of none. Electric Man, welcome to the stream. Electric Man says, was Kevin Bacon ever beer pig? The human teams, in order to coach a human team, you really have to play the opposite style of your opponent. That changes week to week, right? So in this matchup, this human team, they have to be the agility team, right? They have lots of speed compared to the dwarves. The 4 catchers at MA8, the 2 blitzers with MA7. Lots of skills lots of agility type skills where they're re-rolling the Edge die or the D6 die here with the free catches, a number of dodges as well. They've got the thrower as well with the pass skill. Sure hands, of course, on the thrower as well. They do have the big guy in Mr. Pibb to give them a little bit of strength. They have Mighty Blow on the big guy, of course. But really, what they're going to want to do tonight against this Dwarven team, the Dwarven team, as we mentioned, they want to stay grouped up so they can get their assists and beat you to death. They're very resilient as well. So even if you're a bashy team, you don't want to go head to head with them because they can probably outlast you on the bash. With a human team, their option they can always do the opposite thing fairly, right? They're not superb at any one thing, but if they're up against an agile team, they could be the bashy team. If they're up against a bashy team, they could be the agile team. They're gonna have to be the agile team tonight. I think we're gonna see Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. They're gonna spread their players out, right? If dwarves want to stay grouped up, spread your players out. The dwarves will have to spread out to match. Now they're not getting those assists. Now their blocks are less reliable. Now they can't bash you as effectively. That's the only thing they can do. So if they're on defense, they've got a lot of ground to cover, not laying in to their strength. I think that's the phrase I want. But when they're on offense, all you got to do is just stay in front of them and stop the run. They are so slow that they want to move forward almost every single turn. If they can't do that, they're not going to score. So I really think it just comes down to solid Blood Bowl play where Doug the Minotaur, right? No stranger to the game, league champion, not the current league champion, but has been a league champion in the past. Knows exactly what he needs to do with this Dwarven team. Just needs to pummel the humans into the ground. The humans need to just not allow him to do that, at least not reliably. Spread those players out, leverage your speed advantage, and win the game that way. I am surprised that they took Venger took 4 catchers instead of 4 blitzers. I favor the blitzers. I like having 4 players, MA7 with the block skill right out of the gate. Venger going with the speed and these catchers along with dodge and catch, so MA8, but they're down to strength 2. These are going to be targets for the Dwarven team absolutely tonight. They're going to be trying to hunt down those catchers and murder them. AV8 plus strength 2 means they're brittle and they're weak. They're going to be the targets for the Dwarven team tonight. If Venger can keep them alive, then I think the human team stands a really good chance against this Dwarven team tonight. If not, it's going to be an uphill battle. 2 dedicated fans for this team, 3 rerolls. I think is where the human team wants to be as well. Doug the Minotaur says end zone to end zone, 1 turn with dwarves. We've seen it. We've certainly seen it. All right, without further ado, we're going to get into this game. Except, we all know this by now. Every Tuesday evening, I have a meeting at 8:30. And yet here I am streaming the games. So I'm going to try to not screw up the meeting. I'm going to try to not be silent while I'm in the meeting. But I've got to hop on over there in a second. So we'll get this game started in just a few seconds. Spire says they aren't catchers, they're gutter runners. They're imitation Skaven. All right. Imitation Skaven and Nathan. Oh, I'm being asked a question. All right. All right. All right. I've said my piece in 3 minutes on my meeting. So, all right. Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan choosing to be on defense. I love these colors. Mr. Pibb, the ogre in the middle linebacker position, wants to keep the ogre mobile. That's where all of his strength is. And so he wants to make sure he has that to put it where he wants. Kevin Bacon himself back to receive this ball. Ball kicked all the way back to the 16-yard line. Turn one. Here we go. First turn of the new season for the Dinnerbell Darlings. They're going to get a knockout on Plastic Tree, the number 11 human lineman, that right defensive end. A push on the nose tackle, instant potatoes. Secret, here's a little secret. I love instant potatoes. I never stock them in my pantry, but boy, do I love them. I'll take a real potato any day of the week, but I will not scoff at instant potatoes. 2-9 block on the final lineman here. Almond Milk's going to be Pal. 9+ breaks armor. Sort of an inverse arrow, an anchor-ish formation for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Berserker Tempest, Electric Man, Galeshi Spire, El Nubarino. Welcome to the stream, everyone. El Nubarino says, "Are we sure these are doors and not shoveling them dead since they keep coming back?" Ha ha! Yeah, Almond Milk KO'd there on the block. 3+ pickup for Kevin Bacon, but he is out of practice this season and will fail the pickup. Have the free reroll with sure hands. That'll be a turnover. Turn one now for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Again, expect this human team to spread out. On defense, really all they're going to do is stay in front of the Dwarves. Just stay in front so they can't move. If they can't move, they can't score. Greasy bacon hands. Berserker Tempest, welcome to the stream. Dinnerbell Darlings have prayed enough, will never mind. Oh, that's really cool. You can't see this, but the thing on my meeting is really cool. Ajax, welcome to the stream. Two-die blitz. Gets the knockdown here. Looking for a 9+ to break armor. He's got it on the big Ragu. Gets a stun. The big Ragu, the left tackle, stunned. Big stun. Remember, these dwarves are very, very slow. Cost 3 MA to stand up. That means not only they're out for this turn, they're effectively out for a second turn. One of the 4 catchers on this roster now applying pressure on the ball. Beyond Meat, the number 5 catcher, comes across the line of scrimmage on the right side. Silicone and Saline, the number 6 catcher, comes out, applies some pressure on the left side here. So this is going to be how Wenger attempts to spread these dwarves out, to keep them from getting their assists. Heavy pressure, leaving a secondary intact. 2 of these catchers retreating a number of spaces in the deep downfield. Turn 2 now for Dinnerbell Darlings. El Nubarino asks, "What's the weather like? Did we get sweltering heat?" Nope. Nope. Clear skies. Clear skies. Turn 2 for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Now they're trying to figure out where this ball is going to end up. staring down a number of human players on their own side of the pitch. Electric Span says perfect condition. Ajax says boo. Boring weather. Retreating players off the line here. Remember, very, very slow. One of, if not the slowest team in the game. Humans, my favorite team in Blood Bowl, simply because they can react to everyone. They tend to get weaker at higher TV, in my opinion. 2-die blitz by Gravy Crockett gets a stun out of this. Good pickup by Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon advances to the 6-yard line. Old Gamer Mike says, slow, but don't go down for long. That's true. Very hard to remove a dwarf. Ajax says a fumble right here would be devastating for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Indeed, but come on. It's Kevin Bacon. He wouldn't fumble the ball more than once. One time, shame on Bacon. 2 times, shame on you. No one's gonna save you from Kevin Bacon strike. You know it's Kevin Bacon time. Turn 2 now for Imitation, Skaven and Nathan. Dwarf marking that catcher on the left side. Took a blitz on the catcher on the right. Remember, this is a 2-die block coming back to the catcher with the block skill. Old Gamer Mike says, did he really keep players that far in the far back? He did indeed. 2 catchers deep as deep safeties. 2-die block by Mr. Pibb. The Ogre gets a pal looking for a 9+. Doesn't get it. Mr. Pibb just waltzing around with remains of the Dwarven line. So fast, these catchers. MA8 rushes into position for the assist. 2-die block on General Custer is going to be a knockdown. Well done, Pleather getting into the action. Copyrighted by Bacon Sizzler. 20 seconds left on the clock here for Imitation, Skaven and Nathan. Good 3+ dodge in the right wide zone. Retreats fake Rolex. Back to the human side of the pitch. And then a 3+ dodges Silco and Saline, number 6 catcher, back to the human side of the pitch as well. Went heavy on the pressure just in case the ball pickup didn't work out. Retreated back to safety. Turn 3 now for the Dinnerbell Darlings. General Custer stands up, takes a mark on Pleather. These are not elves. MA8's very fast, but remember, just an edge of 3+. So this will be a 3+ positive dodge away, not a 2+. There's a big difference. Good knockdown on the right side of the line. Kevin Bacon looking to advance a couple of spaces forward. 3 spaces forward, it looks like. Yes, indeed. Kevin Bacon across the line of scrimmage here in turn 3. Now on the opposing 2-yard line. Blitz by Gravy, by Gravy. Crockett failed the dauntless roll. I don't think he needs it. Still have the 1 die. Was looking for the 2 with dauntless. Yeah, follow up with the frenzy here. Knocks down. Well done. 3 die block. Oh, well, 1 die block can do it. 2 die block. I gotta say, this meeting is going very well. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Dinnerbell Darlings on the bonus clock. Just a couple of seconds spent on the bonus clock. Turn 3 back to Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Dwarves caged up on the opposing 2-yard line currently. You can see Doug the Minotaur trying to pick players off, trying to move players in. Pick off a number of players, keeping players grouped up. Coming in for the... Whoa, this what? Was that a misclick? Came in for a blitz on the ball carrier, it looked like. Needed a nat 6. Elden Marino says, I think that was intentional. Was he just filling the gap? Two die block at the line of scrimmage here. Broken armor. 2-man player advantage now for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Powell on Cubic Zirconia over on the left side of the line here. Another armor break. That is a 3-man player advantage for the Dinnerbell Darlings. You give dwarves the opportunity to block, they're going to take it. This will work out through the block skill. Can it be another removal? No. Two removals in a turn here. Blackwell 32, welcome to the stream. Blitz with the Sunday Kid. Pushes back, follows up, takes a mark. Seven seconds left on the clock. Moves the ball back to center pitch. Dinnerbell Darlings on the opposing 8-yard line, cruising with this offense. Final turn of the first quarter. Failed to stand up with the ogre. Big guys almost always have a nega trait. The one for the human ogre is boneheaded. Well, the one for any ogre is boneheaded, meaning they have to roll a d6 before they activate. If they roll a 1 on that d6, they are boneheaded. They lose their action, they lose their tackle zones until they pass that roll in the future. 1 die block on the Sunday Kid, gets a POW. Humans taking blocks, but being left behind by the dwarves. They're not terribly fast, so they won't get too far. Kevin Bacon, MA of 6. Blitzers and catchers can blitzers and catchers can catch him. Very clean offense for the Dinnerbell Darlings here in their first game of the season. And now they're going to stagger these dwarves to create tackle zones. All the red are places that are unsafe to dodge out of. 2-die block on Beyond Meat. This is another catcher. 8+ breaks armor. Gets a stun out of this. Two-die block on fake Rolex. Wyatt Burp on the block here. Gets a foul. Turn 2 or second quarter begins. Mr. Pibb's gonna stand up, just 2 movement points. Running away Pleather. Gonna keep Pleather safe. Pleather can also possibly be a scoring option. 2-die stand-up blitz on the Sunday Kid. Gets a POW out of this. Berserker Tempest says, well, Ava's drying. There goes the dwarf. Turn 6 now for the Darlings. They can score if they want, but I imagine they're going to try to stall this out for a turn. There he goes, Kevin Bacon on the 24-yard line. Sets up a cage around Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon on the 24-yard line, right in the corner of the pitch. 2-die block on Instant Potatoes way over on the right side. Gets a POW on this. Another armor break. Gets a stun. Two-die blitz by Gravy Crockett. Gets a push here. Follows up. Gets the frenzy follow-up block here. Into a knockdown thanks to the block skill. 25 seconds left on the clock here for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Deciding what to do with the remaining dwarves. If they want to harangue these humans, I imagine they do. Yeah, they want to get these blocks. This is what they're good at. This is what they want to do. Three-die block on fake rolling. Gets a push out of this. Spent a team reroll. Was looking for something better. Didn't get it. Only got a push out of it. Two-die block, or two-die blitz, but Mr. Pibb gets the knockdown. I'll have you know that in my meeting, in my company, they're talking about squirkles. Turn 7 for the Dinnerbell Darlings now. Two-die block gets a pal here on fake roller. Dinnerbell Darling's gonna stall till turn 8. They're talking about, no, they're talking about squirkles. Square circles. Squirkles. Everyone was on time, yeah. I was actually the last one in, and I was only like 20 seconds late. Two-die blitz on Mr. Pibb gets the knockdown. Probably the hardest player to remove. Well, definitely the hardest player to remove with that AV10 plus. Ajax says, so rounded buttons? Yep, that's exactly right. Berserker Tempest says, so a Pokemon. Squirkle, I choose you. Two-die block. Gets a both standing result out of this. Fails to stand up with Mr. Pibb. Turn 8 for the Darlings. They have 2 rerolls left. They'll probably take some blocks before scoring. I always score first because I get nervous. Gets the assist for the frenzy block against GoBots. Electric Man says, do you ever unmute the meeting and give a little play-by-play to them? Historically, I've done both. Historically, I have accidentally unmuted the meeting and started commentating Blood Bowl. And historically, I've accidentally hit the wrong key or the wrong pedal and talked about my meeting on stream. 1 minute to go here. Two-die block on GoBoss will be a push. Frenzy follow-up into a two-die block. Gets a knockdown due to the block skill. Looking for a 9+. Doesn't get it. And that'll be it. 1-0 will be the score. 1 turn left in the half. Very well done by the Dinnerbell Darlings. Excellent offense. Ajax Rice says, wait, you stream while in meetings? I probably shouldn't, but it's 8:30 on Tuesdays. I have a standing meeting. It's my company, so I figured, why not? Maybe unprofessional, but you know, you gotta set priorities. Putting everybody back on the touchdown, on the end zone. Just needs to screen out in case there's a one-turn opportunity. Well, not a one-turn opportunity. If there's a timeout. Oh well, actually, you could one-turn with Nathan. Yeah, there's a definite one-turn opportunity with Nathan on the pitch. Blue Color says 8:30 on Tuesday is how weird students have to play every week. Yeah, you know, people's schedules are what they are. Putting a number of players back to receive. Oh, GoBots. You would think GoBots would be back to receive due to sure hands. But putting all the catches back to receive because of the MA8 for sure. Lining up Nathan next to Mr. Pibb, looking for the one turn here. We'll see if there's a timeout, and if there is, maybe he shifts his play. Brilliant coaching. It's going to be an extra re-roll for the Darlings. So nothing out of the kickoff event. It's going to have to be a handoff to Nathan. A toss by Mr. Pibb. Here's the pickup. Good pickup. Handoff to Nathan. Good reception. And now Mr. Pibb to throw the halfling. Waiting for this pass. Wait, what's going on? What just happened? Oh no! Oh no! One to 0 the score going into the second half of this game. Kevin Bacon on the first touchdown of the day. Oh, my lips are chapped. Ow. Ow. 3 on the line for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Sending everyone out way back. Knows that this opposing team has a significant speed advantage. Everyone has a speed advantage against Dwarves, but big time speed advantage with 4 catchers and 2 blitzers. Yeah, unfortunate that he wasn't able to pass the halfling there. Two catchers now on this offense in the left wide zone. Giving up center pitch here. Mr. Pibb going to be the pivot on the left side of the line. Yeah, you can move and throw. You can't throw and move, with the exception of one skill. Oh no, 6 players on the blitz! 6 players on the blitz, and the offense did not set up at center pitch, so the center, the Sunday Kid, will get to activate as well. Rolled a 3 on the D3 here on the blitz. Big blitz opportunity for the defense here. Two-die blitz in the left wide zone. Gets the knockdown. Looking for an 8+. Doesn't get it. We've gone from talking about squircles to talking about probates. Ajax says Kevin Bacon rigging this game. General Custer moves forward on the left side of the line. Still one more activation left. Got the full complement of 6 here. In the old version of the rules, you could activate everyone that wasn't marked. Ball kicked to the 16-yard line, just inside the right wide zone. Turn 9 now for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Had an opportunity to attempt the one-turn touchdown on turn 8 of the last... of the last half. An unfortunate error prevented the score, but now a good start to the half here for the human team. Their first removal of the game. One-man player advantage for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Ajax says, I like the new rule in that regard. I like it too. I think it's much better. I think BB 2020 is leaps and bounds better than the LRB 6 was. Just lots of needed improvements, I think. Bootfeller says Bacon pissed me off his first season so much. I googled all characters of Kevin Bacon that died in movies and was going to name a team with it. Good 3+ pickup by GoBots. GoBots, the number 2 thrower. .22 seconds remaining. So this human team, in my opinion, doesn't need to be worried about caging up, right? You need to be worried about caging up when the opposing team has the movement to come in and pressure you. Without that pressure, really the offense just kind of needs to spread out, right? Threatening a couple receivers as well. By spreading them out, this defense has to spread out as well. When they spread out, these dwarves are not getting the assists they want. Turn 9 now for the Darlings. Their first turn of the half. A mark taken against Nathan. Nathan, strength 2, had to take to the pitch due to the injuries. Soy Rogers to take a mark on Silicon and Saline. Again, you watch Doug the Minotaur here, hunting for those easily removable players, the fragile players with the low AV, with the low strength. Takes a mark on Pleather. Number 4 catcher down pitch. 2-die block on Instant Potatoes will be a pal looking for a 9+. He's got it. There's the injury. Back to a 2-man player advantage for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Gravy Crockett with the SPP. General Custer rushes for the other mark, marking all the catchers, as one does, marking as many people as possible, in fact, trying to get as many blocks as he can get on the next turn. Even if he doesn't get the blocks, if there's some dodges involved, then that can force Wenger to start burning through rerolls. Wenger really wants to look for an opportunity to chain a number of 2-die blocks together. It can be very difficult when spreading out your team, however. Two-die block by Mr. Pibb. Oh no! Failed the loader roll! That's a turnover! Oh boy, the problem with the big guys, man. They're almost all loners. And so if you fail your Negatrait roll and you need that reroll, you might not get it. Failed the roll, spent the reroll, didn't get through loner, so the reroll is spent and it's still a turnover. Butch Casserole gets the armor break. Another removal for the Dinnerbell Darlings. 3-man player advantage for the Darlings now. Another pal here against a catcher. 8+ breaks armor, but doesn't get it. 2-die block on Nathan. Gets the knockdown here. Even more fragile than the catchers, but only a stun. Gets a push on, I can't believe it, it's not Butter. The lone standing catcher pushes into another block attempt. 3-die block got the POW out of this, looking for the 8+. No armor break here. $20 left on the clock. Dinnerbell Darlings commanding this game so far. Human's a tough team to coach, I think. They are my favorite team, but they're a tough team to coach. They get harder as TVs increase, I think. Spends a reroll, only gets a push out of this. Darlings down to 2 rerolls. Galeshi says, is this 4-catcher Humans? It is indeed. Gets the push. And the blitzer will go to Mark the thrower. GoBots, number 2 on the 14, on their own 14-yard line in the left wide zone. Heavy Dwarven pressure on what's remaining of the Human team as the Darlings dip into the bonus block once more. Just under 4 minutes, 30 seconds left for the Dinnerbell Darlings. 6 minutes, 56 seconds left for Imitation Skaven and Nathan. Turn 11, they're down a touchdown. Everyone on the team either removed or prone, save for the thrower and fake Rolex, the number 7 blitzer. Stand up blitz by the Ogre. 2-die blitz on General So. Again does not work out. Will he spend the final reroll hoping to get through the loner roll? I think he has to. Got through loner this time. Got the POW. The drive stays alive. Yeah, I took 4 blitzers on my team. 1 thrower, 1 catcher, 4 blitzers. Free dodge reroll to get pleather down pitch. Good 3+ dodge by the catcher. Really needed that dodge to work out. Throwing the ball might even be a punt, but rolled a 1, re-rolled. Wildly inaccurate roll. That ball moves all the way over to the right wide zone. That's going to be a turnover. Needed something better out of this. Well, it was an actual pass, but really wanted it more for the punt, I think. But either way, it didn't work out. And now the Dwarves in great opportunity to protect this ball. Ajax says, surf's up. Poor GoBots. Two-die block, double skulls. We'll have to spend a reroll here. Got the POW and fake Rolex. 1 reroll left for the Dinnerbell Darlings. It's the final reroll of the entire game. Setting up a screen around the ball now. Blitz still on the table, almost certainly saving that for GoBots. Back on the bonus clock. No surf this turn? Oh, there it is. Gravy Crockett. No surf this turn. Didn't want to spend the blitz on the surf this turn. Sets it up for next turn, but I imagine GoBots is just going to dodge off the sideline. Stands up the Ogre. What does he do at this point? I think he just dodges the catcher and YOLO. Oh, boy, went for the ball with the halfling. Had the dodge skill. That's the best he could do, but failed to dodge. And now turn 12 for the Darlings. Final turn of the third quarter. Now the block for the surf coming up. Got the POW. GoBots removed from the pitch. It's like he was KO'd and then instantly woke up and then fell back asleep. Four-man player advantage now for the Darlings. Failed the pickup with Kevin Bacon, but had sure hands to re-roll it. Kevin Bacon in possession of this ball with very few humans that can do anything about it. Darlings looking to increase their lead. Kevin Bacon with 3 SPP, looking to get a level up on Kevin Bacon this week. Fourth and final quarter begins. Turn 13 for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. What to do? I'm still in this meeting, by the way. It's only supposed to be 30 minutes. It never is. Uphill block by Nathan's gonna be a skull. Unfortunately, this champion, this hero, tried to take out Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon having none of it. Turn 13 for the Dinnerbell Darlings. Kevin Bacon once again hanging out outside the outside the touchdown, outside the end zone. Squirkles are important, can't rush them. So long as stuff is moving forward, they can talk about anything they want. Two-die block on Pleather. Gets a knockdown, but no armor break. Unless she praying to Nuffle. Oh, that audio didn't seem to work. Let me see. Maybe it did. It was just drowned out by my meeting. Turn 14 now for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Blitz once again with Mr. Pibb. This time gets a pal looking for a 9+. Thank you guys. Thank you all for renewing. Old Gamer Mike. Blitz spent. That's it. Turn 14 for the Dinnerbell Darlings. 2 turns to stall. Tightening up the screen on Kevin Bacon. Good positioning here with Soy Rogers. You can see this was the opportunity for the catcher to get somewhere. Filling in the gap to prevent that from happening. Turn 15 for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. At this point, I think it's just about keeping alive whoever you can keep alive. But Polish says, I imagine myself being in a Zoom meeting with my boss, eloquently arguing my case for Squirkles, and Bon Jovi rips across the audio. Armor break gets a stud out of this. Ajax says, boo, we want fouls. Keeping Nathan nearby, bouncing it back and forth. I would have left him on the ground or just walked him backwards. Turn 15 for the Darlings. Moving everyone back to protect the man himself. Move says, I like how the ogre didn't get the memo that the game was over. Yeah, I would have left Nathan knocked down. Yeah, I wouldn't have risked the block out of Nathan. Granted, he's a halfling and he's cheap. Turn 16 for Imitation, Skaven, and Nathan. Nothing to do here but to walk the ball in. Unless he's going to risk the block. Oh, he's gonna throw Nathan! Do it, Nathan! No! Good effort. Using Nathan as a living projectile didn't work out. Final turn of the game, the Darlings thinking about taking a block. They've got the reroll. They'll take the push. Ajax demanding death. I'm not hearing the audio. That's what it is. Not sure why. But there's the second score. Dinnerbell Darling's going to win this one 2-0. Very well done. Great game. Well done to both coaches. Congratulations to Doug Dimsar for the first win of the season for the return of the Dinnerbell Darlings. And with that win, the Dinnerbell Darlings are going to end in Division C at the top of the rankings. They are in first place, tied with Clypheus. Here's a trivia fact for you. Both those coaches, former league champions, in first place in Division C. We have one more game left in week number 1. We have 9 weeks of regulation in this first competition and 3 open competitions this season before our invitational. Lots more Blood Bowl to go this season. I'm looking forward to all of it. Our next game will be... Oh, no, it won't be. I thought it was unscheduled. I forgot it got scheduled. There is no more games left in week 1. One more game is going to be played. It's going to be played tomorrow, but it will be unaired after that. Electric Man, thank you very much. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out and participating and just enjoying Blood Bowl together. I really love this game. But yeah, after the game tomorrow, week 2 will begin to be scheduled by our coaches. And when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club. That's maml.club. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is so much fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and a tabletop forum at your friendly local game store until week 2 of 9, and that's just regulation before the cut to top 8. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.